FDIC.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Husker Nation, it's time. This Sunday, the Nebraska women's basketball team tips off Big Ten play against Minnesota at Pinnacle Bank Arena. The energy will be electric, and they need you there to help cheer them to victory. Single game tickets and starting 5 mini plans are available now, so don't wait. Go to huskers.com/tickets and secure your seat. Go Big Red.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see increasing cloud cover throughout the day with light winds and an afternoon high around 26. Tonight, mostly clear with calm winds and a low near 19. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies return with light winds and an afternoon high near 46. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fletcher for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeit. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Early break.
There's quite a situation going on.
What?
Jake's been asked to step away on Fridays from now on.
Yeah,
they want to bring. Young Ben
situation.
has been dubbed as the curse breaker. He's been dubbed as the curse breaker, and Jake's been asked kindly to step away.
Just for Fridays.
Just
though.
Fridays.
Just Fridays
Step away.
only. Game day only.
Yes.
Game day eve only.
Early break from 6 to 8 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Eric Strickland.
Strickland for three! And you're going to go out of here as the Big 8 tournament champion.
Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Presented by NEBCO. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Welcome in. It is a Thirsty Thursday edition of the show. I'm Austin Norman. To my left, Eric Strickland. Strick. What's up, partner? You vibing today?
Because we got Ellie back in the building. She's back.
Ellie.
Yeah. This house
Welcome
is
back.
Back.
Our
Welcome
hearts are
back,
full
Ellie.
again.
Oh, it's good to have you back in the building, girl.
Good to be here.
Where you been? Tell people why you've been ditching us.
Well, I'm also a full-time student at the same time, so have had some internship presentations I have to do.
Major cap.
Then there was this thing called Thanksgiving that we had, and then I also PA for Wesleyan, so I was
super cap
PAing for basketball. That's not cap.
At least Ellie's a full-time student. Her friend uses Chat GPT, so her friend can coast, but we know that's not you. So
I'm putting in the work.
She says with a laugh. That's okay. Ellie, we are glad you're back.
I'm glad
Welcome
to be
back on the board.
We'll put in some topic Pong work. Let's go.
Hey, you know who's back today too, Stricky?
Who we got?
Uncle Kev.
Super Kevy's back.
Yeah. 4 o'clock.
Yes. Super Kevy and I are working on a couple things too. So stay tuned.
And WTF back?
We're going to WTF back. I think Kless is going to come down today. So
nice.
Yeah, it's brisk iced tea outside. There's no doubt about that. But
what is your favorite brand of iced tea?
Oh.
Do you have a favorite?
I used to like Lipton, but
yeah.
You know, that to me, Lipton iced tea is kind of like when is that echo? Is that me? Is it? No.
We good. As far as I know.
Listen, it's kind of like, have you ever gone to a restaurant that's been a mom and pop restaurant? You've gone there since you were a kid.
Like there was a restaurant in Omaha I think we used to go to in high school called Time Out Chicken, and then we used to go to a place called Joe Tess.
Joe Tessator. The Tess effect. It's real.
We used to do so there's certain places that you would go to and then someone buys it and then the recipe changes or something.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't know. Lipton used to be good back in the day, and then now it's just
You still a tea guy?
A little bit.
Ellie,
a little bit.
You drink tea?
I prefer like oolong.
I don't
like the real
tea,
stuff.
But my dad, for the longest time, the only thing he drank was iced tea. Like if there was a tornado and we had to go downstairs, he would grab his iced tea when we would have to go downstairs. And then he got kidney
He
stones,
likes it
so
cold?
Oh no. Drinking it.
Does he like it cold or does he like it hot?
Cold iced tea.
Like ice with the cold. Okay.
Cold or warm, Stricky?
I prefer mine warm.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I like warm tea, but I like green tea. I like oolong. You know, I don't know. I like to go to the Chinese herbal stores and get the real stuff. But then you need to buy it's like you got to buy a whole dang kit if you go and do it that way though. That's the only problem. You got to let it. I don't know what
they make
call
you earn it.
You got to let it
steep.
That's it. You got to let it steep and sit in the. Yeah, it gets to be so much that I just say I'm just gonna drink my little energy drink and my milk coffee.
So much simpler.
The milk coffee, and
they do
the
have
milk
tea.
does it. Yeah,
they
the
do.
Milk does it. The mill does it too. So yeah.
1040 O Street and 4 other locations. So shout out to our friends at the mill. Shout out to our friends at Nebco as well. If you are a mechanic looking to start your career looking to start at a new place, visit nebcoinc.com or constructorslincoln.com. All right, Stricky, it's Thursday.
Topic
Been
pong.
a minute since you have one of these. Let's topic pong it up. What you got, partner?
I think I'm gonna slice you today, my boy.
Oh, good luck with that.
I'm gonna slice
Play
you
right
today.
into my backhand. Bring it.
Bring it. So one of the conversations that just kind of popped to mind, and I think it's a deeper conversation. I mean, there's people out there that are talking about what are the repercussions that are potential to situations like what we've experienced in the last couple of years dealing with Tua. Now with what you have with Trevor Lawrence with the sliding, and then they were talking about there's some things to have conversation about the Lions and the staff telling them like if Caleb Williams doesn't go out of bounds, hit him. We talk about back in the days where they what was the name of 402
Greg Williams Bountygate.
There you go. Bounty.
I'm on you, Strick. I got you today.
My man. Bounty Gate, you have all these things, but now are we close to looking at these situations, and could there be lawsuits that come along with them? Like, is that it? Would that set a crazy precedent to say that when you get this, those type of situations that you could look at potentially having a lawsuit that comes back at you but there's quarterbacks that fake and half slide and fake like they're going to run out of bounds. So it's kind of like this little game that they're playing, and they're kind of playing with the edges of the rules. And I just want to throw that question out because it's something that's just popped in my brain for topic pong.
I like it. I'm going to give my short opinion, but I really think you as the former college and pro athlete have an interesting perspective on this. I guess for me, Strick, on the outside looking in, what the risks are when you sign up to play sports, right? Mm-hmm. Just inherent in the game, there's always a chance that you're going to get injured. It's on you to mitigate injury however you see fit. There are some guys that are going to play it a little safer. Other guys that, play with absolutely no regard for their body, right? And they're going to be sore the next day. They're going to be sore after their playing career ends. But it seems, at least from the outside to me, to be a stretch. For example, Trevor Lawrence to sue Azeez Al-Shaair, right? Not a good hit, not great. But you also know when you run, when you slide like that, the risks that accompany it, right? Yes, there are penalties on the defense for it. If Trevor Lawrence were to sue Azeez Al-Shaair, I don't know if I'd like that, right? I get it. It sucked for Trevor Lawrence. He's on the IR. He might return for the last game of the year, but he knows the risks. You're playing football. It's just part of the deal. I think it would be a bad precedent to set. As a former athlete, Is there any ground for a guy, do you think, to sue, to send a lawsuit for a hit like that or a dirty foul in basketball? Or is that something that needs to be handled by the team and by the league?
I ultimately think it is an internal thing. It's just like, it's kind of like when you're at home, how big is your family?
Well, right now, me, my wife, my son.
No.
But
before.
It was mom, dad, me, 2 brothers.
2 brothers.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like the thing, like when you're outside, are you the oldest or you're the oldest? Okay, so you were the Debo.
I was.
So it's kind of like one of those things when, you guys are getting it in and you're either playing tackle or you're playing baseball and you're throwing the pitch and it hits him and he gets mad and he wants to come at you and you do your thing and y'all get into a little scuffle and one starts crying and the other, guess what it does? It stays internal in the house. It doesn't go to the police department. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It goes to mom and dad. It stays internal. So I look at it from that standpoint. It's an internal thing that once is addressed. I'm sure that the Texans staff told him, you need to issue a public apology or it's not going to be good. Not just for you, but for us. And we're going to have to deal with it accordingly. So we'd advise you to do that. Then obviously, the NFL group is going to look at it and whatever they take it to. I don't know if they take it to arbitration or who does that. Who would handle that?
That's just the question, right? I assume ultimately it falls either to a 3-member committee or to Roger Goodell as commissioner.
Okay, so whoever that is that handles that will then determine what. Obviously, there is a fine. I think there's a 3-game suspension that came down on it, and then the person that's internal would have to either accept the apology, not accept the apology, but ultimately it stays within the confines of that. And you then deal with it. But because there is consequences that does come with playing the sport. And it's the same thing. I mean, I think you could look at it from Zaza Pachulia
and Kawhi
a couple times for injuries that had occurred with him walking up on the players. So guys stretch the rules, both sides of the coin, both on each side of it. But then I can imagine that a lot of, and we need to move on to topic point, but I can imagine that a lot of players in the past would be like a lot of NBA guys now are like, you serious? Like that,
Right. But I think
it's the same thing in football. A lot of quarterbacks in the past are like, bro, I used to take that one on the regular. Like that one I used to get that 8 times a year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyway,
I do think that the guys that may or may not have a case are the ones whose careers end, right? If Tua wasn't able to come back from the concussions, maybe he has a case against the Dolphins medical staff. Maybe he has a case against the Cincinnati Bengals player that threw him to the turf. Maybe harder than he needed to be. But it's so hard to judge intent. It can look one way in real time, but there's only one person on this earth and one person watching from up above that knows what's in a person's heart and a person's head at any given time. Judging intent, having a judge or the commissioner try to figure out what's going through a player's head at this time, unless they have it written down to your point, like Bountygate, we want to take this guy out. To me, it would seem impossible to win a lawsuit like that. It's just going to be a waste of everyone's time and money. You know?
Yeah, because I mean, what damages come with that is punitive, and then you can't. It's so tough to determine those type of judgments. So yeah, that was one of mine.
Gorilla Barrett says players get hit harder than Lawrence did every Sunday. If he wasn't a quarterback, this wouldn't be a discussion. You see receivers get rocked. You see running backs going out of bounds get rocked. There's a lot of contact with offensive linemen.
I would say the weakest of them starts with the quarterback as far as the weakest of the hits. Then it goes to the receivers, which takes the next weakest of the hits.
Yeah.
And then I think it goes to the running backs.
Honestly, DBs getting cracked get hit pretty hard sometimes.
I feel bad for DBs because just think of the tentativeness you have to approach.
At an aggressive position.
Right? Like you have, okay, am I high enough? Is he too low? Where is he going to land? Like to think about that all in a snap, man, come on, man. They doing too much. That's why I'm glad I got out of football, because that would have irked me to the core.
And that's so hard to anticipate, right? Thunderknock Collins said, I think Alshire should be suspended for as long as Trevor Lawrence is out. That seems fair. Thomas and Lincoln launches us into my follow-up to this, similar topic. Thomas and Lincoln says, Lawrence slid extremely late, but look at it this way. Say he slows down or goes for a fake slide. The defender pulls up. He puts on the Jets and gets more yards. Mahomes did it against Carolina. Mahomes might have done it against Tennessee in the playoffs as well. And Strick, that's part of the next stage of this discussion. And the rules do favor the offense very clearly, right? Clearly. The NFL for the last decade, at least, has been changing the rules to protect quarterbacks in the pocket and outside the pocket. Yeah, the wide receiver targeting rule changes exist. It's there. But again, the rules favor the offense. You're not going to be able to outlaw the feet first slide. You're never going to get rid of hits like we saw in Trevor Lawrence against Azeez Al-Shaair. But does the NFL have to try to legislate those hits out of the game, or is it on quarterbacks to learn to tumble forward instead of slide?
I think you got to put some onus on the quarterbacks as well. I think they have to determine who's approaching, what the approach is, and you better make a decision, and that decision needs to be made quickly. I also think that things that happened with Jameis Winston last year is another setup for something potentially to happen in those moments where it should be chill, you should be relaxed, you should just be able to kind of go into the great good evening, and then you pull a stunt. Like those types of setups set you up, and that's why looking at Mahomes and Trevor's a good runner, so
well, the Kenny Pickett fake slide when he was at Pitt.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It's one of those things that these quarterbacks are setting themselves up for. So yeah, they got to be careful. There was almost a truck that ran in that truck was almost in trouble for not sliding.
A few things from the text line, then we'll get back to you. But there's Thunderknock Collins said there's a huge difference between a big hit and leading with your elbow and head and going for the player's head. 1128 says, if Myles Garrett connected swinging a helmet, yes, anything reasonably close to a football play should be left alone. Myles Garrett might have exceeded. Dirty Tony and the boys, if you start allowing lawsuits within the game on hits, guys like Lawrence Taylor and Bill Romanowski would be locked up right now. Mr. Cub says it's on the quarterback. Once they're out of the pocket, they need to be treated the same as any ball carrier. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. And Tommy says they could institute a no slide rule if a defender is less than 5 yards away. If you want to slide, you have to do it early enough. I don't know. There's a lot of gray area, a lot of wiggle room, because
they try to wait to that line as close as they can
to get the most
yards. And that's the danger of it all. So that's not something that's bad, but I think that's what determines where the foul.
Yeah.
How bad the foul is, depending on, but then that's a judgment thing as well. But now you got replay, so you can, mitigate that a little bit easier. So anyway.
Pop. Boop. Back to you.
No, I did that.
That was my number one. You did number one. I did number two. That was my follow-up, right? The other angle to it.
You know what?
What's your next one, Stricky?
Okay. So let's talk about, for example, when you look at the SEC this year, right? There was two ways that it could go. It could be, there's a word I'm looking for, but I can't find it right now. But
are we talking SEC football?
Football.
Okay.
SEC football. It could be that Oklahoma and Texas coming into the SEC was like they used to have back in the day. What do they call it when you get hazing?
Yes.
It could have been a hazing situation where we're just going to slap you around and beat you up real good.
Take your lumps, newbie.
But you had a divergence. One went to the north, one went to the south.
And ironically, the one going north is in the south.
Right.
And the one going south is in the north.
Right?
Wow.
Crisscross. So when you look at that dynamic, Kirby Smart had some things to say, and I'm not going to get into that because we're topic Pong. But is it amazing that Texas was able to come in at such an early stage after being so mediocre in the Big 12 into the most dominant conference right now, allegedly, in football, and to do what they did the way that they did it, how do you view that outcome? Because I think Sarkisian saw a pathway. I think Lincoln Riley saw a different pathway and saw writing and left basically your boy in trouble. And this is what we have now. What do you say about that?
I think it's a big credit to Texas for making the right decisions, right? Sometimes that's as simple as it is. I think Chris Del Conte is a fantastic athletic director who kind of saw the way college football was heading. I also think Joe Castiglione is a fantastic athletic director who's, at the forefront of a lot of stuff for Oklahoma. The difference between those two programs right now, though, is that Texas got it right and Oklahoma didn't, right? Texas had been building to this. A 5-7 first year under Sarkisian, 8-4 with a bowl loss the second year. Then last year, Stricky, the year before they entered the SEC, they're coming in on a high, right? They make the college football playoff. Yeah, they lose in the first round to Washington, but they still made the college football playoff. Hiring a guy like Sarkisian, warts and all, bumps and all, been a rocky road for him, right? With all the recovery as a coach, as a person as well. But Chris Del Conte said, nope, we're not giving up on you. You deserve another shot. Sarkisian went to the Nick Saban school for coaches who don't coach good and came out a better man and a better coach for it. They made the right choice by getting him. He had the SEC blueprint, the Alabama blueprint, was able to translate it to the Big 12, was able to sell that message and vision to recruits and to transfers, and it's working. I'm not surprised Texas was better than Oklahoma this year.
Not surprised I did. Yeah.
I'm surprised Texas was this good. Compared to the rest of the SEC this year. I saw Texas in that 9, maybe 10 win
I saw them
range.
in that Penn State range. Usually,
sure.
Old Penn State. I mean, they're better now, but you know what I'm saying.
But an 11-1 regular season for Texas, again, absolutely nothing to scoff at. Props to the Longhorns for that. And I don't think Oklahoma regrets moving to the SEC right now. Obviously, it's a rough first year. Thoughts, prayers, all of that for the Venables family with everything that Brent Venables' wife is going through. He's got a lot to prove, and it's going to be even harder to do now. You saw Oklahoma have a decent year last year, certainly not up to the standard that Oklahoma wants, but all things considered, last year, the season they had ending in the Alamo Bowl, 10-2 season, better than I thought they were going to be in year 2 under Brent Venables, but you could tell Strick all year is kind of shaky for Oklahoma. And then guess what? Second year out of 3 that Oklahoma's a 500 team. They'll make a bowl game. They went 6-7 his first year. They're 6-6 right now. Oklahoma just made the wrong choice at head coach. Venables is fine, but he's not Steve Sarkisian, right? Texas got it right. Oklahoma didn't. That's why Texas is having it so much easier right now.
Quarterback too.
Nailed quarterback position, nailed the line play. Texas's defense has had NFL dudes on it for sure. And let's not forget what Texas did this year, Strick, was without its top 3 running backs basically all year. And they still pieced together an 11-1 regular season. That tells you how much more infrastructure was built at Texas compared to Oklahoma.
The crazy thing of the dynamic about that as well is Pac-12 fails. Pac-12 teams come in. Pac-12 team leagues Big Ten. And Big 12 team, no fail in Big 12, but leaves, goes SEC. And those entering in dominate as opposed to the normal guys that are there. Is that kind of like a thing of like a Jeremy Lin type situation where, you come in and they know you, but they don't know you. You're not familiar to us. And all of a sudden you show up. And is this a consistent thing, do you think? Or is this something that, is a Jeremy Lin situation where he comes in and shakes up the whole NBA?
Well, Big Daddy Travis brings up a good point. Texas didn't play any or many of the big dogs in the SEC. They had an easy SEC schedule. Texas only got Georgia, right? They won't draw just Georgia again. But again, schedule aside, I still think Texas was a legitimate 9-3, 10-2 team. They get an easy schedule, so they go 11-1, right? Good on them for that. Yeah, Oklahoma probably is a couple games better if they get a slightly lighter schedule. But I still think Texas has more staying power than Oklahoma. I trust that infrastructure more. I trust those resources more. That I don't think it's going to be a pop in, pop out for Texas. I do think they're a legitimate player in the SEC, right? Georgia is still Georgia. They deserve their spot at the top of the college football. Not the rankings this year, obviously, but Kirby Smart is probably the best coach in college football right now. Got some internal stuff to handle. I think Georgia, Texas, we'll see about Alabama if DeBoer has staying power there. Can Tennessee stick around? Can Ole Miss stick around? Is Florida on the way up now that Lagway seems like he's attracting talent and guys want to play with him? It's going to be a deep SEC. It's going to be fun. I have a lot more confidence in Texas staying where it's at than I do in Oklahoma joining those ranks in the next couple years.
Well said.
Last one here, just a couple minutes, Stricky. We're going to go to Major League Baseball. Have you heard about the Golden at Bat?
No.
Commissioner Rob Manfred.
Are you trying to spice up the MLB? We talked about that. What are some things that we, like you can go to a restaurant and eat something bland, or you can go to a restaurant like an Indian restaurant and you're going to get some spice.
Some flavor.
MLB needed some spice. Is this what you're talking about?
Something like that.
Okay, talk it.
The Golden at Bat proposal is once a game, you can bring any hitter to the plate in any lineup spot.
Whoa. What? Say it again.
One time in the game, you can bring any hitter to the plate in any lineup spot.
Wow, I like it.
So, say it's the 9th inning. You have, let's say, 4, 5, 6 due up. 4, 5, 6 get on base, nobody out. You don't want your 7, 8, 9, your weakest hitters in your order coming up. You're like, let's just skip to.
You got to push a button or something, like hit the button and then button go bing, 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 bing.
That'd be sweet if you did.
I think you should.
Bring your leadoff hitter up. Bring your 2-hole hitter up. Bring your 3-hole hitter up in that situation instead.
Yeah, I like that.
So the higher ups say, hey, this is a good way to inject drama into the game. Get more of the matchups that we want, right?
Everybody's waiting for the golden hitter.
More Mike Trout versus Shohei Ohtani at the World Baseball Classics, right? More, I don't know, insert great pitcher versus Aaron Judge, whatever here.
So you can do it. You can do it anyway.
Any point in the game, once per game.
Wow, I like that.
And then you use it and lose it. Not if it's successful, you get it back. But
wait, say that again.
You only get it once.
Okay.
If the guy gets a hit, you don't get it back.
So it's not like a challenge where you get to keep.
No. Executives are okay with the idea for TV and drama. Relief pitchers say, screw that. We have a hard enough job as it is. They understand maybe the appeal of it, but don't necessarily like it. But Strick, I do think the other argument against it is how many organic moments we have in baseball. Basketball and football, you can almost force the ball to your best player and have the ball in their hands whenever you want it for a crucial possession.
Like Cooper Flag against
Auburn. We will get to that.
Oh.
But in baseball, you're stuck to your lineup, right? You can pinch hit, but you can't just skip the order and say, hey, Shohei, go hit for us. I think there's some real beauty in that. I understand how baseball would want to do that or want to try it. I'm even fine with it in an all-star game. I'm even fine with it in an all-star game.
Listeners,
but in the regular season, in the postseason,
he's a purist.
We don't get David Freese.
Stop being a purist. Let's go.
You know?
Let's make it sexy.
You feeling it?
Yeah.
You're rolling with it?
Ellie, talk to me. How you feel about that? Like seriously, do you want it to be spicy or do you want to be bleh?
Well, I don't like it when they take away how I bet there's just people that are going to be like, oh, they're taking away traditional baseball. They're just
because they are.
I don't like that. I like how they I like traditional baseball.
Yeah.
Why do they get one little oh, we're losing. Let me put in my big hitter.
I want a wild card.
And then
you're playing spades.
What if I hit you with the Uno reverse card and bring my best pitcher in to face you at any time?
Yeah, let's go.
You feel it?
If you can bring in a hitter, I'd be like, okay.
You can do the same thing.
I'm bringing in a 10th defender. Get an extra fielder.
I like it.
You with
Let's go.
Okay, I get the whole integrity of baseball.
I get one time. Yes. Because it ain't sexy right now. Let's spice it up.
It was never put on earth to be sexy.
It was supposed to be. It was supposed to be. Babe Ruth made it sexy. Baby Ruth, he made it sexy. Joe DiMaggio made it sexy.
Jolton Joe.
Ty Cobb made it sexy.
Okay, then.
You know what I mean? Fernando Valenzuela wasn't sexy, but he made it sexy.
You're literally just saying that baseball's already sexy, so why would we make it even more sexy?
Ooh, listen, it's different from a pretty honey that walks in with no makeup, just some sweats on, and she just walks into the room. But boy, when she puts on the skirt and the makeup, she's still sexy when she walked in the first time. But boy, when she walks in, extra sexy. Mm-hmm.
I just don't think we need all the bells and whistles.
So there are 3 different proposals. Number 1, you get it at any point in the game, so you can use it in the second inning to try to break a game open. Number 2, each team gets 1 per game, except it only happens in the 7th inning or later. Or number 3, only a team that is trailing or tied in the 9th inning or later gets a golden at bat.
That's not right. I'd have to nix that one. I think that's not. I like the opportunity to blow a game up. Now, I'm not saying that early. I'm saying even if you get later into the, I think that's pretty cool. Any of the last 3 rounds, but with or 3 innings with an opportunity to blow the doors off the game. With you get off to a couple of walks and a bunt, and then now you're in a good spot. Yeah, let's go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
bing, 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 bing.
And then the thing goes
the
behind
Staples easy button.
It goes behind the umpire. He looks up. He's like, "Okay, what we got?" I would love that, man. I think that would be spicy, bro.
You with it?
Yeah, I'm with it.
Okay. Text line 402-464-5685. We got to go to break. We're running a little bit behind, but that was a fun topic, Pong. Eric Bieniemy out at UCLA. Could an NFL return be on the docket for him? We'll get to that next year during On the Block.
Follow Austin, Strick, and On the Block on Twitter at Austin Orman, eStrick20, and On the Block 93.7. More of On the Block coming up.
Salt Mine City is now open at 8th and R in the Haymarket. Come check out Lincoln's newest brewery with 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager, Brick Street Amber Wheat, and so many more. There's daily drink specials like $1 off Moscow Mules on Tuesdays, $6 IPAs on Fridays, and $6 Bloody Marys on Saturdays. Stop by Tuesday through Thursday from 4 to 9 p.m., Fridays 4 to 11 p.m., Saturdays 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Sundays from noon to 8 p.m. It's Salt Mine City, Lincoln's newest brewery at 8th and R.
The dangers of secondhand smoke are well known. But what about secondhand aerosol, which is created when using e-cigarettes? Science already shows a secondhand aerosol can contain nicotine, heavy metals, and cancer-causing agents. Eliminating exposure to secondhand aerosol is an important step to keeping everyone safe. Breathe easier knowing the facts.
For help quitting, call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Come enjoy a show of the Midwest's best MMA fighters on Saturday, December 7th with Violence Fight League 2 at the Complex, the former location of Champions Fun Center. Fights are scheduled throughout the night, and if you haven't been before, now is the perfect time to go, with Nebraska football in between the regular season and a bowl game. Doors open at 6 p.m. with the first bout at 7 p.m. Learn more about the fighters and buy tickets at thecomplexlincoln.com.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
'Tis the season to raise a little Cane with Raising Cane's. Spread joy with craveable chicken finger meals and treat everyone on your nice list to a Cane's gift card or plush puppy, which benefits local pet organizations. Happy holidays from Raising Cane's. One love.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier Kawasaki dealership. Score big on Kawasaki's all-new Ridge lineup. The Ridge XR, Ridge HVAC, and the Ridge Limited. All built to take on your day with a full factory cab, including heat and AC. Stop by Indian Motorcycle of Lincoln today and rule the streets on an Indian motorcycle with customer cash and trade-in credits up to $2,000 during the month of December. Save big on their massive selection of side-by-sides, all-terrain vehicles, motorcycles, and power watercraft on end-of-the-year specials store-wide at their new 27th and I-80 location. Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Slay the holidays this year with a gift that'll really get them going. One that's built to win, like the new Honda CRF-R Motocrosser. One that's built for fun, like a Honda Mini Moto. Or one for each member of the family, like a Honda CRF Trail Bike. At Rod's Power Sports, you'll find the motorcycle, ATV, or side-by-side they'll love. During the Honda Gifts That Go sales event, you can slay the streets in style with a Grom Mini Moto, slay the trails with the CRF 50F, or pile into a Pioneer 1006 Deluxe Crew that can carry 6 elves over the fields and through the woods all year long. This year, don't just give any gift. Give the gift of outdoor adventure with a ride they'll never forget. Don't miss out. Head to Rod's Power Sports in Lincoln, Nebraska during the Honda Gifts That Go sales event. It's your chance to slay the holidays and your gift list. Dealer participation may vary. See dealer for complete program and safety details.
Midwest Bank invites you to celebrate with us. Join us for our Christmas open house on Friday, December 6th at our 70th and Pioneers or 27th and Jamie Lane locations. We'll have cookies, coffees, and apple cider waiting for you, along with the chance to enter our raffle for some wonderful prizes. Come share the holiday cheer with us. We can't wait to see you there. Happy holidays from Midwest Bank. Learn more at www.midwest.bank. Member FDIC.
Nebraska's Christmas Light Show is back and bigger than ever. The Magical Lights of Lincoln Christmas Show runs from Black Friday through New Year's Eve at Sandhills Global Event Center. Bring the family for a show they'll never forget, featuring over 1.5 million lights. Cost is $25 per vehicle from Monday through Thursday, $30 on Friday and Saturday, and also $30 on Christmas Eve and Day. Purchase your tickets online today at ChristmasLightsInLincoln.com and get ready to experience a drive-through light show like you've never seen before.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at DoorsPlusLLC.com. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Automotive Solutions is Lincoln's one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs, from vinyl wraps to engine repair and maintenance. Automotive Solution offers fleet services as well as printing and graphic design for vinyl applications, plus installation of vinyl for boats, trucks, cars, and anything else you want wrapped. Perfection is their standard, and they never settle for less. Call today at 531-249-5600 or go to automotivesolutionslincoln.com to learn more. That's Automotive Solutions, 2040 Southwest 5th Street in Lincoln.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza, the big one, all the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend. Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is On the Block, brought to you by Nebco. Appreciate them for their sponsorship of the show. I'm Austin. He's Strick. Ellie's right on the board. And Ellie, I'm sorry, we will stop giving you crap eventually. But today is not that day. So,
no, we're not doing that.
I said eventually.
Ellie deserves it. She left us out here hanging.
I did nothing to you.
She left us hanging out here dry like Rico's hands.
Ooh. Rico uttered the word musk in studio.
He had been waiting to use that word in a sentence.
He's smelling like a flower in the spring. I don't know what he's got going on over there, but it's working.
Good for Rico.
From the man's collection.
Rico will be covering some Husker volleyball starting tomorrow, so give our boy a follow for that.
Yeah, look out for Rico. Rico
Number
does
2
a good
overall
job,
seed.
man. He does a really good job
when he wants to.
Yeah, he does a good job. I thought he did a wonderful job for the
He's not listening.
Supernovas.
Perfect. He did
as well last year, and he, whenever we need him, we need to pull him in and just really dig into some
that
good
Carl
volleyball
Anthony Towns pass.
That's why he wore the Knicks hat. He's feeling himself right now. Yeah.
Not as much as Karl Anthony Towns was with that saucy pass. Eric Bieniemy, Stricky.
Yeah, I saw that.
Fired / mutual parting of ways with UCLA after one season. Not a great first season. UCLA ended up 117th in the country offensively. And the statement from Eric Bieniemy's agent stood out to me. This is from Tom Pelissero, who I believe is with the NFL Network. Anyways, he's a big name. Eric and UCLA mutually parted ways today as previously planned. He's still getting paid by the Commanders after interviewing for head coaching jobs last year. He wanted to stay active and busy, so he decided to go help out Deshaun Foster, who is like his little brother at UCLA, as opposed to sitting out a year. The plan was always to return to the NFL in 2025, and he's looking forward to the opportunities ahead.
Okay.
I don't know what to make of that. What do you make of it?
All right. So I think Eric has there's some underlying rumor mills that have been out there with regards to Eric, and I think that's what has hindered him allegedly from landing a head coaching job. I think he understands that the NFL is probably the best place for him, being that which I think I may have sent you something about no, I don't know. I don't think I sent that to you, but there's somebody put out a good breakdown on how and who ran Nick Saban out of college football. And they started off the segment by guess where the person was from. UCLA. And it was a guy by the name of Ed O'Bannon.
Yep.
Right? And everything we got going on right now is what okay. So I think Eric doesn't like, for the same reason that I don't think Tyronn Lue likes the college game because of all that it entails. I think he likes to just deal with men and coach professionals. And when you get comfortable in that zone, you don't want to, some people, that part of that game is not governed because of the rapport that you're not able to have. Some guys who are used to dealing with that aspect and can deal with men and knows how to handle the individualities of the men, they like to be in that space. I think Eric fits in that category. I think Eric just really wanted to work. I don't think they had to pay him crazy because he was getting paid. I think it was a mutual understanding that it would just keep him fresh, keep his mind fresh. Didn't probably have to go out and recruit a lot. But I think Foster's looking at it from a standpoint, I don't just need a play caller. I need somebody to be able to facilitate, run, and handle this whole offensive side of things for me on all aspects. And I'm only speculating, but I'm thinking that's probably why he's speaking of mutuality as opposed to, it's just being fired or let go. I think there's just other nuance to it.
That statement makes sense, right? Eric Bieniemy certainly has his pick of where he wants to go, right? He is a legitimately talented offensive coordinator and play caller. And I hope people aren't using UCLA averaging 18.4 points per game as a knock on Eric Bieniemy specifically when it comes to, he was just, the figurehead and it was Andy Reid calling the plays. It was Andy Reid's offense and Andy Reid propped him up. Sure, anyone's going to look better when they're with Andy Reid. But this is Eric Bieniemy's first time as a college coordinator, right? It's hard to get a system in place, communicate with the guys you want the way you do, learn the rhythm of a college game compared to the pro game in just 1 year. I don't know if UCLA was looking at Eric Bieniemy as hey, get us off to a hot start, get us some momentum, come with someone in mind to take over for you if it is just a 1-year deal. I don't know if I'm Deshaun Foster, if I love this arrangement, right? If I have a guy that's a big brother to me, I think I want him around his experience, build a professional culture on the football side. Because, Strick, UCLA football can get away with some stuff behind the scenes. It is a basketball school. It is the number 2 college football team in that town, and it's behind the Rams. There's probably even more Raiders interest, still probably more Dodgers interest and Lakers interest, maybe even Clippers interest than UCLA football. So I think they can get away with some stuff, let culture slide behind the scenes, but the way that program's going to be successful is if it holds itself to a higher standard, right? That's where I think keeping Eric Bieniemy around for a second year, enough guys that know how he communicates, that he gets the pulse on, going both ways in terms of relationship. I don't understand UCLA going into this understanding that it was only a 1-year deal with him as the play caller, because you either had the chance to build something or now you're starting over from scratch. If Eric Bieniemy was only ever going to be around for a year, make him like a special advisor to a head coach. Give him an off-the-field role where he's mentoring Deshaun Foster or involved in game planning behind the scenes, because now it's going to be tough on the players to learn probably a new system, to learn new terminology. I get why they would want a guy like Eric Bieniemy in the program. I guess I just don't understand the need for him to be offensive coordinator if it's only ever going to be a one-year deal.
Yeah. I mean, that's understandable. And it, obviously we got to go to break. So it's not anything we can delve too deep into. But I think there will be interest out there. I think there's going to be opportunities out there. There are some teams that could use someone like himself, but you got to have good relationships and good connections, and it just depends on who is going to look at some of the things that have transpired over the last few years. I thought personally it would have been good for him to go back and be around his brother possibly, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Rubber Duck from LinkedIn says, should have never left Kansas City. Grass isn't always greener.
That's a fact.
It's a fact, but it's also understandable why he left,
did it.
right?
Yeah.
You can see both sides. Yeah. So he left Kansas City. That's the fact. I think Kansas City could really use him back. I think Patrick Mahomes' career could really use him back, right? Patrick Mahomes hasn't gotten worse. I just think Eric Bieniemy is a whole lot better for him than Matt Nagy has been. But Strick's right. We do have to go to break. And guess what? We have the shootout. The champ is in the building. He's sitting to my left. You got 4 questions for him, and then 4 questions for you. If you want to take down the champ in the shootout with Strick, brought to you by Buffalo Wings and Rings, give us a call on our Honda of Lincoln hotline, 402-464-5685. That's how we'll wrap up hour 1 of On the Block.
Download our app by searching for 93.7 The Ticket in your app store to stay in touch and listen all day wherever you are. More of On the Block next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next big opportunity? Constructors is hiring. We're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. We offer competitive wages, great benefits, brand new service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for our shop and multiple field technicians. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at constructorslincoln.com.
Fall is here, which means it's time to dive into a new lineup of autumn flavors at Wings and Rings. Your home away from home during football season. Their all-star lineup of wing sauces is adding 2 new impact players, curry garlic and pumpkin chili. Need something delicious before kickoff? How about starting your meal with their brand new chorizo nachos and loaded fries? You better act fast. These new tastes of autumn won't be here long. So make the trip to one of their 2 Lincoln locations today on O Street or Village Lane.
On the farm from dawn till dusk, hardworking hands tend to the land, equipment, and the animals. But your hard work deserves a little relaxation too. Visit the Nebraska Ag Expo, December 10th through the 12th at Sandhills Global Event Center in Lincoln. See all the latest ag innovations in livestock and equipment, precision ag, drone, and AI tech, crop inputs, grain storage, and more. Take a break from the daily grind and recharge at the Nebraska Ag Expo. You deserve it. Sponsored in part by Farm Credit Services of America and Ag Direct.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197. It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier Kawasaki dealership. Score big on Kawasaki's all-new Ridge lineup. The Ridge XR, Ridge HVAC, and the Ridge Limited, all built to take on your day with a full factory cab, including heat and AC. Stop by Indian Motorcycle of Lincoln today and rule the streets on an Indian motorcycle with customer cash and trade-in credits up to $2,000 during the month of December. Save big on their massive selection of side-by-sides, all-terrain vehicles, motorcycles, and power watercraft on end-of-the-year specials store-wide at their new 27th and I-80 location.
Who wants free diamonds? This holiday season, as a thank you for shopping with us, Sartor Heyman Jewelers is giving you free diamonds. Now through December 6th, receive a pair of sparkling diamond stud earrings, a stunning diamond pendant, or a gorgeous diamond tennis bracelet for free with your qualifying purchase. We only have a limited number to give away, so once they're gone, they're gone. Don't wait on this one. Visit Sartor Heyman Jewelers, where your gift shopping shines brighter. In Lincoln at South Point Mall, downtown, and in Grand Island on State Street.
'Tis the season to raise a little Cane with Raising Cane's. Spread joy with craveable chicken finger meals and treat everyone on your nice list to a Cane's gift card or plush puppy, which benefits local pet organizations. Happy holidays from Raising Cane's. One love.
Husker Nation, it's time. This Sunday, the Nebraska women's basketball team tips off Big Ten play against Minnesota at Pinnacle Bank Arena. The energy will be electric, and they need you there to help cheer them to victory. Single game tickets and starting 5 mini plans are available now, so don't wait. Go to huskers.com/tickets and secure your seat. Go Big Red.
You're counting on your team to win, so why not prove it? By placing your bets at Warhorse Sportsbook. Their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It's time to play Shootout with Strick. Call now, 464-5685, to take your shot against Eric Strickland. Shootout with Strick. Brought to you by Buffalo Wings and Rings.
Time to play the game.
Oh, baby. The game is the Shootout with Strick. There for a while, you were like the Nebraska men's basketball team, but just as soon as they started heating up, so did you, Stricky. You feeling confident today?
Yeah, it's cold, but it's about to be on the block. I don't even need the Mario hat today.
No, you do not.
Good. Feeling good about it.
I like it. Let's go to our Honda of Lincoln hotline. Let's bring in Nate. Nate, how are you?
Not too bad.
Good deal. You know the rules of the shootout?
Yes.
Excellent. Hold on the line. We will get Stricky his questions, and then we will get to you. Ellie giving me the countdown here. All right. We are doing NCAA transfer portal.
Oh, my goodness. That's
Stricky's round starts in 3, 2, and 1. He's transferring from Oklahoma, Jackson Arnold or Theo Weiss?
Weiss.
It's Arnold. He's transferring from Liberty, Caden Salter or Grayson McCall?
Salter.
It is Salter. He's transferring from Indiana, Tyson Lawton or Donovan McCauley?
McCauley.
Yep, and he has the highest rating of any player transferring out of Nebraska. He has the highest transfer portal rating of any player transferring out of Nebraska.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Malachi Coleman. James Wood. Malachi Coleman.
0 for 2. 0 for 2. According to On3, the answer is Mekhi Bear.
Man. There's a lot of losses in that transfer portal.
10 of them. 10 of them so far. So, all right, Nate, you need 2 to tie. You need 3 or more to win. You ready for your shot?
Let's do it.
All right, Ellie, turn him up a little bit. Number 1. There we go. All right, Nate, your round starts here in 3, 2, and 1. He's transferring from USC. Miller Moss or Maddox Madsen?
Moss.
It is Miller Moss. He's transferring from Texas A&M. Max Johnson or Connor Wakeman?
Johnson.
What was that, sir?
Johnson.
Did you say Johnson?
Johnson.
Yeah, it is Connor Wakeman. He's transferring from Purdue. Yanni Karloftis or Nick Skirton?
Skirton.
It's Karloftis. And what's the name of Kentucky's leading receiver who entered the transfer portal yesterday?
10, 9,
Just
Down a little more, Ellie. On the
Amos.
5, 4,
Amos.
3, 2, 1.
We'll give him a,
Turn
we'll
one
give,
down.
we'll give him
I
a
couldn't
chance.
hear
We'll
him
give him a
over the
chance.
music
All right,
was
we
too
heard
loud.
him.
What was your guess here, Nate?
Amos.
No, it is not Stamos. The answer is Dane Key. Dane Key was Kentucky's leading receiver, and that means it is a 2-0 week for Stricky. Nate, appreciate you calling. Try again next time.
Thanks.
Yep. Does he have his music, Kelly? He does.
The champ is here. The champ is here. The champ is here.
Dang, Stricky, you did it.
Hey!
You did it. Okay.
Yo!
I see you.
I know you tried to get me.
That was as straight up as I can make it.
You did make it.
I was pretty darn good.
Good win, Strick. I feel good about my day. I might go have a cigar down at Cigars today.
You're going to do that anyways. It's either going to be a happy cigar or a sad cigar. So let's not play like you weren't going
Why
there
you gonna
anyways.
call me out, my boy? I thought me and you was boys. That should have been something Ellie would have said.
Ellie, I need a number 1 through 9 from you.
Oh man.
4.
4 is the number of cigars Strick is going to have between Thirsty Thursday and WTF.
No,
Yeah.
there's a couple glasses and maybe a cigar and a half.
There you go. We're playing the tiebreaker question. So texter number 4 with the right answer, over, under, or push, will win the $30 to Buffalo Wings and Rings. All right, Stricky. How many receiving yards did Dane Key have in 3 seasons at Kentucky? How many receiving yards did Dane Key have in 3 seasons at Kentucky?
1 carried 2 times 5, but 12 games. Minus the interception here.
After all that math.
2,780.
2,780 yards. Over, under, or push Strick's answer. Texter number 4 at 402-464-5685 will win the $30 to Buffalo Wings and Rings. We'll give you the answer and dive into some basketball headlines. Creighton knocks off Kansas. Duke takes down Auburn.
And Justin Raji said he sounds like a doggone person talking in the chip bag. That's Ellie's fault. They blame it on Ellie.
That was not me. I was doing everything in my power to try and fix that, and nothing was working.
Justin, we love you, man. Thanks for
Appreciate you,
always joining in on us. What we got going now? One more time. Break it down for him.
Creighton knocks off Kansas.
That part.
Duke takes down Auburn.
Your boy.
And what is wrong with the Los Angeles Lakers?
Le bum.
The answer is a lot. We'll get to it in hour 2 of On the Block.
Follow Austin, Strick, and On the Block on Twitter at Austin Orman, eStrick20, and On the Block 93.7. More of On the Block coming up.
Slay the holidays this year with a gift that'll really get them going. One that's built to win, like the new Honda CRF-R motocrosser. One that's built for fun, like a Honda Mini Moto. Or one for each member of the family, like a Honda CRF trail bike. At Rod's Power Sports, you'll find the motorcycle, ATV, or side-by-side they'll love. During the Honda Gifts That Go sales event, you can slay the streets in style with a Grom Mini Moto, slay the trails with the CRF 50F, or pile into a Pioneer 1006 Deluxe Crew that can carry 6 elves over the fields and through the woods all year long. This year, don't just give any gift. Give the gift of outdoor adventure with a ride they'll never forget. Don't miss out. Head to Rod's Power Sports in Lincoln, Nebraska during the Honda Gifts That Go sales event. It's your chance to slay the holidays and your gift list. Dealer participation may vary. See dealer for complete program and safety details.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next big opportunity? Constructors is hiring. We're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. We offer competitive wages, great benefits, brand new service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for our shop and multiple field technicians. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at constructorslincoln.com.
Come enjoy a show of the Midwest's best MMA fighters on Saturday, December 7th with Violence Fight League 2 at the Complex, the former location of Champions Fun Center. Fights are scheduled throughout the night, and if you haven't been before, now is the perfect time to go, with Nebraska football in between the regular season and a bowl game. Doors open at 6 p.m. with the first bout at 7 p.m. Learn more about the fighters and buy tickets at thecomplexlincoln.com.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription, or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Outside is where winter adventure unfolds. On frozen lakes, icy landscapes, and snow-covered slopes, feeling the cold air rush by as you race downhill. The freedom of gliding with ease and the warmth of being together. From epic sled rides to the fun of ice fishing, it's all right here beneath Nebraska skies. Start your winter adventure at yournebraskaparks.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Associations and this station.
Fall is here, which means it's time to dive into a new lineup of autumn flavors at Wings and Rings, your home away from home during football season. Their all-star lineup of wing sauces is adding 2 new impact players, curry garlic and pumpkin chili. Need something delicious before kickoff? How about starting your meal with their brand new chorizo nachos and loaded fries? You better act fast. These new tastes of autumn won't be here long. So make the trip to one of their 2 Lincoln locations today on O Street or Village Lane. Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, wanting to thank you all again for your continued service. November is off and running. Check this out. Get up to $12,000 off or 0% financing on select new vehicles. We have great lease specials with new Trax and Trailblazers starting at $299 per month and new Blazer EVs leasing for $399. Great payments, discounts, and of course, 0% financing. So make that short drive down 144th Street or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All finance with approved credit, leases with $2,500 down.
Nebraska's Christmas Light Show is back and bigger than ever. The Magical Lights of Lincoln Christmas Show runs from Black Friday through New Year's Eve at Sandhills Global Event Center. Bring the family for a show they'll never forget, featuring over 1.5 million lights. Cost is $25 per vehicle from Monday through Thursday, $30 on Friday and Saturday, and also $30 on Christmas Eve and day. Purchase your tickets online today at christmaslightsinlincoln.com and get ready to experience a drive-through light show like you've never seen before.
On the farm from dawn till dusk, hardworking hands tend to the land, equipment, and the animals. But your hard work deserves a little relaxation too. Visit the Nebraska Ag Expo, December 10th through the 12th at Sandhills Global Event Center in Lincoln. See all the latest ag innovations in livestock and equipment, precision ag, drone, and AI tech, crop inputs, grain storage, and more. Take a break from the daily grind and recharge at the Nebraska Ag Expo. You deserve it. Sponsored in part by Farm Credit Services of America and Ag Direct.
The dangers of secondhand smoke are well known. But what about secondhand aerosol, which is created when using e-cigarettes? Science already shows a secondhand aerosol can contain nicotine, heavy metals, and cancer-causing agents. Eliminating exposure to secondhand aerosol is an important step to keeping everyone safe. Breathe easier knowing the facts.
For help quitting, call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Davis Plumbing is a locally owned company specializing in a wide range of plumbing services for both commercial and residential customers. Davis Plumbing has been in business for over 15 years and has a team of experienced plumbers ready to help you with any project, big or small. Customer satisfaction and peace of mind is their number one priority. So for any commercial or residential project, give Davis Plumbing a call today at 402-525-6922. Davis Plumbing, locally owned and operated for over 15 years.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeit. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
This is On the Block with Strick and Austin. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Eric Strickland.
Strickland for three. And you're going to go out of here as the Big 8 tournament champion.
Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Presented by NEPCO. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin.
We need to have Ellie voice our open. I can't tell if she likes it or she's mocking us. Probably both. Who's to say? We might be spicing things up here.
I've just memorized it about how many times I've listened to it.
Fair enough.
She's got a good
even after all this time away, she still remembers
she's
it.
got a good voiceover, not a voiceover, but a good intro and a outro voice. Okay, Ellie.
Got to get Ellie on some commercials before she's voicing our opens. That's what needs to happen.
I want this so bad.
Oh.
I hear these commercials like I could do that.
You just need your big break.
Like, why? Are we
you know the guy to talk to, right?
Who?
Rico.
Nick. Oh.
Yeah, don't talk to Nick.
See, it would
I'll
be a
talk to
different
Rico.
outcome if you would have slid in a DM with the voice message as opposed to
You know I can't.
I'm just
No,
saying.
I can't do that.
Okay.
We're not getting into that.
Some breaking news out of the college football ranks. North Carolina's Mac Brown was fired by
That's
the
an
team.
internal joke, real quick. That's an internal joke. Don't misconstrue what that is. We know here on the ticket what that joke is. Ellie sliding in DM. We know what that is, but no one else needs to know. Go ahead.
ChatGPT can write her message.
Yeah, we'll get Chat.
She can take after her friend. But yeah.
Just copy and paste it.
Yeah.
He'll write it up right.
So the North Carolina job in Chapel Hill for football is open. Mac Brown fired. Tar Heels have interviewed John Summerall from Tulane, who's kept that program rolling, even though Willie Fritz left for Houston. Glenn Schumann, the defensive coordinator at Georgia. There were some rumors of some interest in NFL offensive coordinator for the Steelers, Arthur Smith. But Stricky, we have a late entrant and a surprise entrant to the interview list for North Carolina football. Bill Belichick.
Wow.
How about that?
Wow. That is definitely breaking news. But again, I just spoke in the last segment before we got out of there. I don't know if Bill Belichick is at an age where he would be like, okay, there's two parts of how that can go. One, the level of respect that he would get as a champion, as someone who has been able to coach a defensive mind in a time where you really probably there at NC would love to have a defensive mind. I don't know if they've had a defense as good as since going back to Julius Pepper's time frame. So, okay, you can see that for that tip. It would probably depend on what type of staff he could amass. Bill is not as charismatic for the collegiate space because he's very bland. So in the collegiate space, you have to go out and you have to talk to boosters and you have to be all, Laffy Taffy and, all in. It's got to be. He can't come in there like Archie Bunker. And I don't know if you've seen Archie Bunker. If you're on the Sutter Heyman text line and you're familiar, or even on the stream, and you understand what I'm saying about Archie Bunker, give me a thumbs up, because that he would remind me of Archie Bunker trying to get NIL money and all of that. And I just don't see him in that role. I think he's better at what he does at the pro level. I think it's just a different game for him right now at the collegiate level. That, yes, it sounds good. Yes, maybe it feels good to those listening ears to perk them up, to get them interested in what NC's trying to do or going to possibly do when they bring somebody in. It could be to understand that that's a level above what we really could get. And it makes the hiring of whoever comes behind it is like, oh yeah, we realized we couldn't get Belichick, but okay, he's good. As opposed to trying to get somebody that's probably good coach for you, and then wondering if you could ascend up into that stratosphere to get someone like him.
Right.
I don't know. It's a lot of ways that can play.
It'd be interesting because I think the first reaction is, oh my gosh, Bill Belichick, that'd be such a coup. But at the same time, I also think there are, to your point, some very worrying signs, right? Not the charismatic guy, not been a college coach.
Yeah.
And I think there'd be a lot of deference given to Bill Belichick, deservedly so, right? He's Bill freaking Belichick. But having not coached in college, Strick, it's a different game.
It's a different game.
Maybe you need the Bill
Even
Belichick.
now more.
Oh my gosh.
Like back in the day, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know you're going somewhere, but I'm saying like back in the day where that prestige came with it, then I think that could work because you're talking about guys wanting to get under the tutelage of that type of. But now it's a whole different game of the stuff you got to go. Go ahead.
I don't want to cop out here. I really don't. I was trying to think about this when I saw it pop during break. Would it be the Deion Sanders model? But Deion's out in front of people. He's the one raising the money, right? What is the model for Bill Belichick? Is that true CEO coach? Is it just be Mac Brown, but more accomplished, but NFL? But Mac was a college guy. He had always been a college guy. And Mac had history at North Carolina. So I think on the one hand, if you're North Carolina and you get Bill Belichick to say yes, or you hire him, it's, hey, look, who's going to turn down Bill Belichick? But I think the recruiting pitch for other schools would be, why are you going to this guy? He has no idea how to treat your college kid. He's going to make him grow up too fast. He's not going to treat him well, right? Yes, it's becoming more and more professionalized, but college is still about learning and growth and relationship building. I could see Bill Belichick in an off-field role, Stricky. I just don't think Bill Belichick would be a fit as a college head coach in this era of college football.
As we shift, we're going to move on from this because we got to get to the next topic. But you guys can also chime in, and maybe we'll get to towards the tail end of the segment. We'll get to some of your text messages. But think about just let me show you the picture of it. You've seen Aflac commercials.
Aflac,
right? You see how Deion next to Saban handled those Aflac commercials, and you see where the charisma for that type of flavor is, beside just one of the greats to do it in before the change of the era of the Ed O'Bannon situation. What are you gonna say?
Your boy.
Your boy.
Yeah, your boy.
I did play with Ed.
That's what I'm saying.
Ed is cool.
He's your boy.
So yeah, there. You know what I mean. You can see it, and Saban is even a little bit more charismatic than Bill.
Yes.
So that would be even just so you can look at that and just think that part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the breaking news, we should mention that Railroader Matt won the $30 to Buffalo Wings and Rings. The answer was under Stricky's 2,700 yards, 1,870 yards in 3 years for Kentucky transfer wide receiver Dane Key. He said like 28, 2,700, I think, 2,780. It was 1,870. So Dane Key and now Berrien Brown are names to keep an eye on for Nebraska wide receivers coached by DeKel Shorts that are now in the transfer portal. Stricky, to basketball. Let's start closest to home. For the second time in calendar year 2024, Creighton knocks off a number one in Omaha. Blue Jays beat number one Kansas by 13 points. Pop Isaacs goes off. Stephen Ashworth hits a few threes. Ryan Kalkbrenner remembers how to play basketball for once. Creighton does it. I wasn't rooting for him. I'm not going to lie. I know that a Creighton win helps the Nebraska resume. I wasn't rooting for it. But that is a big boost to the Huskers as Creighton jumps 24 spots in the net rankings, gives Nebraska a quad one win on the road. Good for Creighton. I think even better for Nebraska.
Even better for Nebraska. Good for Creighton, but even better for Nebraska because now that win goes to a whole nother level on the road, knocking off a team like Creighton while they were ranked in the top 15. And now they knock off a number one. So that's huge. But here's the crazy thing. Hunter Dickinson, who has NBA aspiration, plays 25 minutes, but only goes 2 for 4, no block shots, and doesn't even get a double-double. Yeah, so it's crazy that it looked like what Kalkbrenner looked like against Nebraska, that Kansas ended up working that way. And he has just a better game all the way around. It's the game that you probably thought that he would have against Nebraska. And Nebraska just had a game plan for him. Pop Isaacs, has been pretty consistent for the most part for them. But he goes nuts. He goes nuts in this game, and he plays very well. And shout out to them. They got it done. played really good defense, and they not only shot the ball well from 3, but from 2 as well as from the free throw line. And if you have that kind of game, that's what it is. Do you think they overlooked Nebraska just a little bit, a tad bit? Just thought they would probably run through them?
Honestly, no. Having been in the arena for that game, they weren't going to let this one slip, because remember 2 years ago, Nebraska went to their place and beat them too, right? I think that Creighton is just across the board, maybe a step and a half down talent-wise. There's not a Trey Alexander on this Creighton team. There's not a Baylor Shireman that bailed Creighton out quite a bit against Nebraska last year on this Creighton team. Still good, still plenty talented, but younger, more wing and big dominated than guard dominated, I would say. We saw how important Ashworth was. Pop Isaacs, I still don't love the fit for him at Creighton, but he's making it work. Strick, to me, there's 2 stories, and they're both Kansas related. Number one, Hunter Dickinson is the same player at Kansas as he was at Michigan.
Yeah.
He is 24 years old and proving why he is only going to be a college basketball player.
Yeah.
He's going to Europe.
Yeah.
He is not an NBA guy. There's no rim protection. There's not consistent stretch potential.
Yeah.
He's a headache too. Not always the best teammate. So Hunter Dickinson is not an NBA player. There's a reason he's still around in college. The other one to me, I don't know if you have the box score pulled up or not. DeJuan Harris, 6 of 21. That's a problem for Kansas. I've been on this train for years. DeJuan Harris is a good table setter. He's a pretty good passer, good on-ball defender as well. Creighton had the perfect game plan against Kansas. Swarm Dickinson, don't let him get shots, and they did the UConn against Purdue thing, stick to shooters on the perimeter. Storr didn't really get free. Zeke Mayo in the second half didn't do anything at all. Creighton was going to let DeJuan Harris beat him, and he can't. He is incapable offensively. So a begrudging tip of the cap to Creighton for making the less capable players beat him.
One, is A.J. Storr less than what he was at Wisconsin?
A.J. Storr's got the 6 inches between his ears to figure out right now.
Yeah, there's some things going on in there. But it looked to me as if their game plan was very old school against the Lakers when Shaq was at his dominance. We're not going to let him be, because that was our game plan. When we used to play the Lakers, we used to say we are coming down on Shaq, immediate catch. He is not getting anything. He's not putting that ball on the ground. He's not doing anything. If he's going to shoot, he's throwing it up. We're making him kick it out to Kobe, and we're going to make Kobe have just a shoot and go nuts. And if he goes nuts, he goes nuts. But we're not letting Shaq go. And it worked to their favor. DeJuan Harris struggles. A.J. Storr, not very good. Zeke Mayo's okay. So those guys, that was the shutdown, and it worked for them.
Let's maybe save the Lakers for next time. I think there's a lot we can talk about there, but let's wrap up in college basketball here. Big win for Iowa State over Marquette at Hilton. I know that's a gym you played in many times. Iowa State looks the part. Cam Jones is still good, but Stricky, my boys.
No, wait. Before we get to your boys.
Took down your boys.
Before we get to your boys, Tuscaloosa.
Woo, stand up.
Beat the brakes off of North Carolina.
Yeah.
No. That's the only one. That's they won. Every time we start talking about the ACC, SEC, that's they won. Otherwise, SEC got...
The ACC won 2 games in this challenge, Stricky.
Right.
Clemson beat Kentucky in Clemson by 4 points, I think it was. Yeah. Kentucky had every chance to win that game, but Clemson won its 4th straight game at home against an AP top 5 team. Shout out to Clemson Brad Brownell for that. My boys took down your boys. What did you see from that game?
It was the Connor Arcesian show. Oh no, not I'm sorry, not Connor Arcesian show. It was it was the Cooper
other white
Flag.
boy baller.
It was a Cooper Flag show. Cooper Flag, 38 minutes, and he just looked like he was in his bag. He was in his bag. There wasn't much that they can do. They couldn't keep him in front. No turnovers, 4 assists, double. Went to the free throw line. Didn't shoot the ball from 3, but that's okay. He was in his mid-range bag. He was getting to the rack. He was, making tough shots. And that's what you got to do when you're playing against a really good team. And it isn't that even that Auburn played bad.
No.
It's just when you needed a bucket, to get away with shooting,
17 to 27 at the free throw line.
That part. But you doubled them up.
Mm-hmm.
And you only win by 6.
Yeah.
I mean, you just, if you're Auburn, you got to just go look at it. You had more shots than them, attempts at the field because of the free throw situation. So either you're hack-a-shacking, you out-rebounded them, you out-assisted them, You didn't really turn the ball over. No, neither did they. And you come up short. Really, you can only look at yourself at that. Either you're hacking and you're just not moving your feet. And because really the only one that was really getting downhill for me was Cooper Flagg. So stay in front, make it tough. If he has a good night, he has a good night. But going to the free throw line 27-12, it might be some Cameron indoor bias.
Good try. A lot of those were late when Auburn had to foul to try to extend the game. At one point, Duke was 9 of 17 at the free throw line. They go 8 of 10 in probably the last 5 minutes, I think, to finish things out there. The box score doesn't look incredible for Cooper Flagg, right? 7 of 18, not wildly efficient, but 7 of 14 from 2. Still not shooting the 3 well. 8 of 12 at the free throw line. That's at his season mark. I would want him a little bit higher, closer to 75-80% as a wing, but whatever. He played 38 minutes, Strick, against the number 2 team in the country, which tells you just how important John Shire thinks he is for this Duke team and its success. 16 fast break points for Duke, 0 for Auburn. That's a key. But then, Strick, games like this, obviously you look at the stars, right? Cooper Flagg and Janai Broom then for Auburn. Miles Kelly went off, but for Duke, it was a guy that hadn't even played 30 minutes all year. Isaiah Evans comes off the bench. He's a guy that the Duke fans have been clamoring for. He can stretch the floor. In the first half alone, he goes 6 of 8 from 3. Duke got down 13-2. Isaiah Evans comes in, hits a couple threes, changes the game, hits one to give Duke its 41st, second, and third points of the half. It's about the stars, but it's also about the role guys, the X factors, the guys you don't expect.
The timing of it.
The timing, exactly. Auburn had that against Houston, a guy by the name of Tahad Pettiford, who had a big game here, 20 points. He was 8 of 15 overall and 4 of 8 from 3. Tahad Pettiford won the game for Auburn against Houston. I think that if this game is at a neutral site or on the road, I'm not sure if Duke comes back, because against Kentucky and against Kansas, Duke dug itself a hole and wasn't able to climb back. But being at home and having a non-star step up to carry the load until the guys got going in the second half, yeah, Auburn can look at itself and say we need to play better, but it wasn't a perfect game for Duke either, right? College basketball is not a perfect game for anyone, hardly ever. It's still a high-level game, and Duke at 6-2.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
No, not bad. And they're young.
Yeah.
Sometimes there are going to be some ups and downs and some, but they seem to get up for it, especially at home. And the hardest thing to do if you're a young team is to go on the road. And like I said, we've talked about it with the football team. You got to pump and prime yourself. If you can't pump and prime yourself after in situations and understanding the moment and going on the road, and it's tough. It's one of the hardest things to do is to hit the road, travel, be away from your own bed, eat food when you're in a hotel,
right? And
they're delivering the hotel food, and it's not home cooked. It's not the training table type food and the steak, and you're not used to that. Yes, you played AAU ball. Yes, you traveled. AAU ball is different than structured collegiate ball.
Especially for a guy like Bruce Pearl or John Shire.
Yeah. So anyway, there it is.
You know who is bad though, Stricky? Los Angeles Lakers right now. Yeah, it's not good. Let's go to break. We'll give Stricky a platform, the pulpit. Get on the soapbox. Is Father Time finally knocking at LeBum's door? We'll let E-Strick talk about it.
Download our app by searching for 93.7 The Ticket in your app store to stay in touch and listen all day wherever you are. More of On the Block next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next big opportunity? Constructors is hiring. We're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. We offer competitive wages, great benefits, brand new service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for our shop and multiple field technicians. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at constructorslincoln.com.
Everyone should have a collection of something. For some, it's stamps or coins, expensive cars, or even watches. But for a lot of people, it's sports cards. And there's no better way to grow your collection than with the help of Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's first and only collector-first sports cards and memorabilia shop. Capital City Sports Cards connects collectors of all ages and demographics with unique collectibles sure to bring any collection to life, no matter the budget. Visit Capital City Sports Cards near 56th and Old Cheney or through their eBay storefront. Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's premier sports card and memorabilia store.
The Rabbit Hole Bakery, located at 8th and Q in the Haymarket, is the ideal place for fresh breakfast items or desserts made daily. Cream puffs, cinnamon rolls, carrot cake, sweet potato pecan cookies, brownies, blondies. Do I need to keep going? What about bread pudding with homemade bourbon caramel sauce? Stop by the Rabbit Hole Bakery at 8th and Q in the Haymarket today to satisfy your cravings. And if you're looking for larger group orders, they do that too. Order ahead on their website at therabbitholebakery.com today. Are you or someone you love struggling with substance use? The Bridge Behavioral Health in Lincoln offers outpatient therapy for those 19 and over. The Bridge is conveniently located in the South Haymarket and near city bus lines. With payment options through insurance and a sliding fee scale, services are available for any adult 19 and over seeking help. Call 402-477-3951 to learn more or schedule your appointment today. The Bridge Behavioral Health is a local substance use treatment facility offering hope and a solid foundation for recovery through substance use treatment and behavioral health interventions.
'Tis the season to raise a little Cane with Raising Cane's. Spread joy with craveable chicken finger meals and treat everyone on your nice list to a Cane's gift card or plush puppy, which benefits local pet organizations. Happy holidays from Raising Cane's. One love.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your winter forecast for today, we'll see increasing cloud cover throughout the day with light winds and an afternoon high around 26. Tonight, mostly clear with calm winds and a low near 19. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies returning with light winds and an afternoon high near 46. I'm meteorologist Kyle Becker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You're counting on your team to win, so why not prove it? By placing your bets at Warhorse Sportsbook. Their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals in everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
Outside is where winter adventure unfolds. On frozen lakes, icy landscapes, and snow-covered slopes, feeling the cold air rush by as you race downhill. The freedom of gliding with ease and the warmth of being together. From epic sled rides to the fun of ice fishing, it's all right here beneath Nebraska skies. Start your winter adventure at yournebraskaparks.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Associations and this station.
League One Volleyball is coming to Omaha this January. Featuring Olympic medalist Jordan Larson and Justine Wong-Arantes, Love Omaha Volleyball is Omaha's newest pro team. The inaugural season will showcase some of the world's best volleyball players, from medalists to NCAA champions and international superstars, with the action kicking off on January 24th at the Liberty First Credit Union Arena. Visit LOVB.com for more information and to purchase tickets. Volleyball is the next major league.
General Fire and Safety has been keeping Lincoln businesses and commercial structures safe for more than 50 years. From a simple fire extinguisher to full fire suppression systems, Lincoln has trusted General Fire and Safety to provide top-of-the-line products, installation, and maintenance. If you're starting a new business in a brand new building, call on General Fire and Safety to help you plan a fire safety system that fits the specific needs of your business, employees, and customers. Call General Fire and Safety today at 402-261-0116.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Trouble in Tinseltown. The Los Angeles Lakers started. They're cold, Stricky. Ice cold. Austin Norman, Eric Strickland, Ellie with you here during On the Block, brought to you by Nebco. Stricky, the Lakers lost by 41 points last night to the Miami Heat, part of a 4-game losing streak where they have not been closer than 23 points in any of those games.
Yeah.
Where does it start for you?
Well, this is what happens when you look at a team and you have somebody that has a very high usage rate. You started off early with the usage rates being with Anthony Davis, but here's the thing. We know that Anthony Davis definitely can play at an MVP type of level, but he's not consistent. There's something that's going to happen. He's going to take time off. He's going to load manage. He's going to do something. And then that shifts. They don't have anybody on that team that has high usage rates. You know, they try to turn it over some to Austin Reeves. I don't know why I keep saying Austin Rivers.
Because you miss him. You miss the Dookie.
Man, no, boo.
That reminds me. I'm going to look up his shots beat North Carolina while you're talking.
So you have that as an issue, right? So among the major widely available catch-all metrics, James entered Wednesday ranked in the top 24 in the NBA in only VORP, which is
value over replacement player,
in which he comes in at 23. He starts to dip meaningfully when it comes to box plus minus, which he's a box plus minus, and I have to recheck, but as of yesterday, I think he was at 111 and maybe even up to 119. So that's horrible in itself. And you just look at the film, he doesn't get back on defense. They're one of the worst transition defenses in the league. He's bad at box plus minus. So in PER, he's also number 37. So what else? He ranks 90th in win shares. Now listen, here's what's crazy about that, right? People always try, like, really he's chasing Jordan. Like he's really chasing Jordan and he's not that. So Jordan at 40, Austin, if you get a chance, look up what his win shares was even with the Wizards at 40. He averaged more points at 40 in a stronger defensive league.
MJ retired at 39.
Okay.
But that year, let's see here. No, I don't want the ad. I want to get rid of the ad so I can see this. Okay. So MJ averaged an even 20 across 82 games. He started 67 of them. So that is every game of the season. Let me scroll down to some more fun advanced stats. Where are they hiding these? Okay. MJ, win shares at age 39, 6.2. There's a 0.099 win share per 48 minutes. His box plus minus was 1.7, and his value over replacement player was 2.8. He was also an all-star that year.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
The league was still tough.
28.7% usage percentage.
The league, and if you go and watch film, you see movement. You can watch film on LeBron. On LeBron, a lot of standing, a lot of watching, a lot of stuck in the corner, a lot of no transition. You go and watch film on Jordan playing at the same basic age. Scrappy defense, chasing, coming off screens, not standing. You'll see that. So when their team expects and needs a lot of you, and you're not giving them that, this is what you find. So here's what I say. I think there's going to be a lot of excuse making, a lot of narratives that come out that is going to either talk about he's injured, that's going to talk about he doesn't have help. We've heard that narrative before. He doesn't have enough help, or it's
which can be true, but not the entire point.
Well, just go look at all the all-stars he's played with. But
I'm just saying this team right now. This team right now.
Okay. There's going to be something that's going to come out that's going to basically try to cover for the issues that he's having right now.
Mm-hmm.
But my thing is, what happens with this team if they're in the play-in again, or they don't make the play, or they get knocked out the first? What is the narrative going to be then? That's what I have. So 402-464-5685. Like, they're also making excuses by saying that Denver doesn't have the mental edge over them after Denver then beat them almost, 9 times straight?
Denver owns
8 times straight?
Denver owns them.
Come on, man. Like, there's always some excuse that comes out of there. There's always some, and that's the part that I think hurts the game, as well as hurts the thought of him being who they want him to be. Some want him to be as the GOAT. You could just look at the film and see that he's not that. And if you look in comparison to even yes, he wasn't on a winning team, but his team, was done more because there wasn't a play-in.
Yeah.
Back then. And he still was getting in the playoffs. It might have been the 8th, but they were getting in.
Still?
Maybe been the worst conference, but they still were getting in. They didn't have a play-in. So if you really consider that, he wouldn't be in the playoffs in some of those instances.
Right.
So and then y'all give him the asterisk bubble championship too. So stop it.
Hey. If you look at just the box score numbers, right? 22 points per game, you're saying 8 rebounds per game,
Looks
9
good.
assists per game. It does. But 4 turnovers per game is the highest right now since he's had since his last year in Cleveland. He was at 4.2. And it's just obvious, Strick, that it doesn't seem like that competitive fire edge are always there like they need to be. And here's the thing. It's LeBron. To some degree, he's earned that right. Being in the league as long as he has, playing in Los Angeles, right? It's okay if he's a 16-game player. But then you need a better roster around him where he can afford to take a step back. Where he can play his 65 games to get in contention for All-Star, for all the other end-of-season awards, right?
Yeah.
But the Lakers, to be fair, do not have that roster around him. But LeBron doesn't seem to acknowledge that fact, right?
He didn't want to take a pay cut either.
He didn't want to take a pay cut. Wanted to get AD paid. And we'll get to AD in just a second here. But either LeBron isn't acknowledging the reality of the situation around him and is trying to coast when he can't afford to and damaging his legacy, or even worse, he knows what the situation is around it and knows that he's going to get covered for and isn't maybe actively helping JJ Redick out as head coach, a rookie head coach in the NBA, right?
Yeah.
Maybe he is, maybe he isn't behind the scenes. I don't know. But when you turn on a Lakers game and you see everyone walking back, you see LeBron shrugging his shoulders or walking the ball up the court or anything, yeah, he's got a lot of minutes. He's got a lot of miles on those tires. But man, come on. You know what's expected of you. You signed up for this. You asked for this. You did.
Yeah.
You can't wuss out of it now. You knew what was coming. And then to Anthony Davis. How about this, Stricky? So before November 21st, Anthony Davis was averaging 31 1/3 points per game on 19 field goal attempts, shooting 59% from 2 and 43% from 3. Really good numbers, right? Probably the peak of what Anthony Davis can be expected to do. So there was always going to be some regression. They get to a game against the Magic, and we had a text from Brad who said the Magic are good. Yes, they are. Yes, they are, Brad. The Magic are very good. Anthony Davis goes to the line with 18 seconds left after a foul on Franz Wagner, who's balling this year. Anthony Davis misses both free throws. Magic get the ball back. Franz Wagner hits a step-back three-pointer with 3 seconds to go, wins the game for the Magic, 119-118. Since that game, Anthony Davis down to 18 points on 16 field goal attempts. Efficiency is gone. 42% from 2, down from 59%. 15% from 3, down from 43%.
Yep.
AD regressed, and he regressed hard and quickly. How about this, Stricky? Plus minuses, which is not just an individual stat, but is somewhat reflective. LeBron has the 13th lowest plus minus in the league. The lowest.
Say that again?
LeBron is the 13th lowest plus minus in the league. The Lakers are 132 points worse with him on the court than they are with him off the court. The only other player of any renown, really, right now in the bottom 13 is Jeremy Grant in Portland. Otherwise, his company is Bilal Coulibaly, second-year player, Alex Sarr, rookie, Bub Carrington, rookie, Jordan Poole, Black Hole, Keontae George, young kind of bench gunner type for Utah, Javonte Green, Yves Missy, Kyle Kuzma, Jeremiah Robinson, Earl, Corey Kispert, Cody Williams. That's the company LeBron is keeping right now.
Mm-hmm.
And how about this, Strick? When we look at the Lakers in general, here's some lineup data. With LeBron and Anthony Davis on the court, the Lakers have a -7 net rating. Not great. Kind of sums up where they're at over the last 12 games.
Mm-hmm.
With LeBron on the court, Anthony Davis off the court, that rating is -6. So pretty much in line with what the Lakers are doing with both LeBron and AD on the court. When LeBron sits and Anthony Davis plays, the Lakers have a net rating of positive 10.
It's a difference.
Which is up there with Boston,
Mm-hmm.
the number 1 net rating team in the league right now. The offensive rating goes up to 121. The defensive rating drops to 110. Now, here's this. With both LeBron and Anthony Davis off the floor, it's only been 55 minutes, but still a decent sample size.
Mm-hmm.
The Lakers have a net rating of 9.6,
Mm-hmm.
which again is a top 5 mark in the league for most seasons. Get it. Small sample size, right? They're playing more minutes with LeBron and AD on than they are one or either of those guys off the court. But at some point, the sample is big enough to show you maybe LeBron and AD weren't the guys to build around. If you want to build around LeBron, great. You got to do better. If you want to build around AD, tough to let LeBron walk. You had a player option. He was always going to opt in. Tough. You made your bed.
Facts.
But the Lakers got to pivot at some point because these numbers are damning, Strick.
So question comes off the text line, unnamed texter 0177. Again, if you want us to be able to call your name, your nickname, if you don't want your name, whatever the name is, go ahead and put it in the text line so that way we don't have to call you unnamed texter 0177, but you know who you are by way of your number. He says, so what are you saying the Lakers should do now, Austin?
What are you saying they should do?
Well,
now,
I
Stricky?
asked you first.
Okay, fine. The only thing the Lakers
you really said it in your last message. You messed up by building around guys that probably shouldn't be the ones you build around.
Which has left you with 2 options.
Yeah.
Go all in or ride it out. You're not going to be able to sell off LeBron in that contract. You're just not going to. It's going to take a lot. No one's going to want to do that unless there's some team that thinks, hey, maybe LeBron just needs a fresh start and he'll be rejuvenated for us. Doubt it. Especially if you've never had LeBron in your
look at the
organization.
history, exactly.
Not going to happen.
That's a killjoy.
And what you don't want to do is trade Anthony Davis. Yes, he's frustrating. Yes, he's in and out of the lineup. He's been more durable recently. But Anthony Davis is a fit for the modern NBA, right? You can more easily build around him. Yeah, he's making a lot of money, but it won't kill you. You can get better role players. You can get a second star to fit alongside Anthony Davis. You don't want to trade him. You don't have much in the way of assets that people are looking for in trades or draft picks. You traded a lot to get to where you are right now. You're basically stuck unless you find a way to go fire sale mode. Unless you can sell off Anthony Davis and ride out LeBron. Maybe that's what you need to do. Maybe you need to get rid of Anthony Davis and say, LeBron, you got to take over. Maybe that reignites a spark or a flyer in him to get you through the regular season to the playoffs. But LeBron has always been best with a second banana or even sometimes a third banana. Russell Westbrook, when the Lakers got him, was not that. They let Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, a very useful role player, walk. Austin Reeves is never going to be that. D'Angelo Russell thinks he's that, but he isn't that. Strick, I think the Lakers are just stuck. I think there's nothing they can do, and they got to ride out the LeBron James contract.
And you in essence said how I was going to say it, probably just in a different way that I was going to say it. But Mississippi Mud Dog says it the way that I probably would say it, and I'm not going to say all that he would say. But he says, great player, prototype player, but a total, attitude and
Wimp.
opposite of the Black Mamba. Would love if Kobe were alive to see this man walking on the court and hear what he would have to say.
Look at Jay Foreman. Look at Jay Foreman. Jay's big mad. Jay's big mad. You want to come in here and defend your boy, Jay?
You know he does.
Come on, doors open.
And I didn't say it because we have a truce. I'm saying what the text line said. So that's where I am with it. Some things Connect 4 is the up and coming Cooper Flag.
Cap. I like Dalton Connect. He's fun. He's a flamethrower. He's a baller. He is not that missing piece, though.
Last one that I'll get to before we get to break and get to the crossover, because Jay really is big mag and wants to get in here. 05, unnamed texter 0598 says, LeBron is going to get another coach fired. I was a huge Lakers fan until LeBron was traded to the Lakers. Get rid of baby LeBron. And it was not me that said that. Unnamed texter 0598 said that. There it is.
Kip then follows up with go get Lillard and DeRozan.
Negative Ghost Rider.
If you're banking on this version of Dame Lillard and
Negative
this
Ghost
version
Rider.
of
Negative Ghost Rider.
That sums it up right
Kip,
there.
I'm not rolling. That makes it even worse, I think, for me. So,
woof.
Yeah, how that would cost, what that would cost, and you're not going to get much ROI on that one, I don't think.
You are not.
Otherwise, Milwaukee would be getting it.
Hey,
they're not.
That part. Let's go to break. We'll give Jay the floor to defend him and then get set up for Thirsty Thursday right after this.
Follow Austin, Strick, and On the Block on Twitter at Austin Orman, eStrick20, and On the Block 93.7. More of On the Block coming up.
Slay the holidays this year with a gift that'll really get them going. One that's built to win, like the new Honda CRF-R motocrosser. One that's built for fun, like a Honda Mini Moto. Or one for each member of the family, like a Honda CRF trail bike. At Rod's Power Sports, you'll find the motorcycle, ATV, or side-by-side they'll love. During the Honda Gifts That Go sales event, you can slay the streets in style with a Grom Mini Moto, slay the trails with the CRF 50F, or pile into a Pioneer 1006 Deluxe Crew that can carry 6 elves over the fields and through the woods all year long. This year, don't just give any gift. Give the gift of outdoor adventure with a ride they'll never forget. Don't miss out. Head to Rod's Power Sports in Lincoln, Nebraska during the Honda Gifts That Go sales event. It's your chance to slay the holidays and your gift list. Dealer participation may vary. See dealer for complete program and safety details.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solution. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now, through December 8th, enjoy USDA Choice Whole Beef Brisket for $3.99 per pound, USDA Choice T-Bone Steak for $8.88 per pound, Premium Stew Beef for $5.99 per pound, and get their $50 holiday box now through Christmas. Always a great gift. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
If you're sick of catering from the same places every month, it's time to switch things up. Mulberry Barbecue is perfect for business lunches and dinners, family gatherings, holiday parties, wedding receptions, rehearsal dinners, and so much more. Delivery and full service options are available, and they can cater for anything from 10 people to 500 people. Call them at 402-937-7114 to look at their menu options and get your catering booked today. Mulberry Barbecue, located at 11th and Cornhusker Highway.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Davis Plumbing is a locally owned company specializing in a wide range of plumbing services for both commercial and residential customers. Davis Plumbing has been in business for over 15 years and has a team of experienced plumbers ready to help you with any project, big or small. Customer satisfaction and peace of mind is their number one priority. So for any commercial or residential project, give Davis Plumbing a call today at 402-525-6922. Davis Plumbing, locally owned and operated for over 15 years.
Make the short drive to Pleasantdale and enjoy a great meal at the P-Dale Pub. From prime rib, patty melts, ribeyes, drink specials, and so much more, the P-Dale Pub provides a small-town feel with exceptional service and delicious food. Visit the P-Dale Pub in Pleasantdale today and watch their Facebook page each week to find out their dinner specials.
You're counting on your team to win. So why not prove it? By placing your bets at Warhorse Sportsbook. Their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Who wants free diamonds? This holiday season, as a thank you for shopping with us, Sartor Heyman Jewelers is giving you free diamonds. Now through December 6th, receive a pair of sparkling diamond stud earrings, a stunning diamond pendant, or a gorgeous diamond tennis bracelet for free with your qualifying purchase. We only have a limited number to give away, so once they're gone, they're gone. Don't wait on this one. Visit Sartor Heyman Jewelers, where your gift shopping shines brighter. In Lincoln at South Point Mall, downtown, and in Grand Island on State Street.
When your home fills up with family, Allo Fiber makes sure that space is a happy place for everyone. Allo Fiber experts install it all, and full service means step-by-step support, guiding you through everything so you can stay connected to what matters, and the family can always feel at home. Put the game on, and don't worry about your Wi-Fi calling a timeout. Better TV and internet service is one connection away. Call Allo at 866-481-2556 or visit allofiber.com.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
Everyone should have a collection of something. For some, it's stamps or coins, expensive cars, or even watches. But for a lot of people, it's sports cards. And there's no better way to grow your collection than with the help of Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's first and only collector-first sports cards and memorabilia shop. Capital City Sports Cards connects collectors of all ages and demographics with unique collectibles sure to bring any collection to life, no matter the budget. Visit Capital City Sports Cards near 56th and Old Cheney or through their eBay storefront. Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's premier sports card and memorabilia store.
An hour ago, you didn't need a plumber. Now you're in a panic. When life throws you a surprise with a clogged drain, plugged or leaky toilet, broken pipe, leaky faucet or water heater, or a bathroom or kitchen plumbing upgrade, whatever, just call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing, 467-1111. Keep that number handy, 467-1111, or go to BryantLincoln.com. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're back on the block, Austin, Strick, and Ellie, joined now by Jay Foreman, who has turned his attention directly to
I don't
Eric
know why
Strickland.
you looking at me.
I'm gonna ding, ding, ding. Round one.
All I want to know is did you get one of those burner phones and have somebody text in? That's all I want to know.
I ain't Kevin Durant.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Doggone
I just wanted
it.
to make sure.
I got two phones though.
I got two. One for
Two Chainz gonna be in town.
You going?
Negative Ghost Rider. I can't do it. They're gonna be in town this weekend though. I think it's gonna be your boy Tip, T.I., and 2 Chainz up in Omaha.
TIP coming live from
I
the
think
VIP.
so. If I remember correctly, I think it's this weekend. Yeah,
you going?
It might be this weekend or next. I can't do it, my boy.
Why not?
It's Iceberg Slim outside. Stricky likes to be inside.
Because T.I. and 2 Chainz are LeBron fans. That's why Stricky ain't
That
going.
part too. Mm-hmm.
Would you like a chance to defend your boy Jay when Strick was going in?
I was stating facts
I want to
and
know.
numbers.
I would like to know what he said.
I didn't say nothing.
But you
I just stated the numbers. I just came with the numbers, and we talked about the struggle right now. The struggle. I mean, they've got blasted twice in a row.
They've gotten blasted. he has not gotten blasted. Last night he represented the game before, not so much. Your boy Anthony Davis was minus 39 in the plus minus, and you're talking about LeBron James.
He's minus 119, and he's what was the number, Austin? He's like 13th from the bottom of all NBA players. Really? So you're gonna throw that at me in plus minus
right now?
Right now.
Okay. And what was Jordan when he was at the same age?
Bro,
not even
we've
on the
already
map.
we've already ran that number.
Okay, just put up Jordan stats when he was 42 versus LeBron.
MJ retired at 39.
Okay, put it up at 39.
We did that.
Okay, tell him then. Let's hear this.
Look, got to pull him back up. I got to pull him back up. I don't know why
then.
I ever closed out of him. That was my mistake. Rookie move. I own this one. Okay, LeBron at 40, 22.3 points per game, 8 rebounds per game, 9 assists per game with 0.6 steals, 0.5 blocks, and 4.1 turnovers per game. His airness at 39. In the advanced, here we go. He at 39, 20 points, 6 boards, 4 assists. No, 4 boards, assist and a half per game. His airness shot 30% from 3. LeBron is at 34% right now. Let's scroll down to the advanced stats because that was a big part of what Stricky was saying. I think it's totally fair to do.
Yeah,
Michael Jordan at 39, value over replacement player of 2.8. LeBron James at 40, value over replacement player of 1.0. Box plus minus, LeBron is at 3.2, and MJ is at 1.7.
Exactly. You want to say anything else?
Exactly. Those numbers are not good when you're talking about
at 40 years old. At 40, he is a year older than MJ. Bro. Enough said. It's cool though, man. Hey, Strick, I know that haterade is just in you in Bellevue. It's just your Bellevue. It just must be something in the water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's in you. It's cool.
Next topic. Because we know Mr. Foreman will go to the grave with that guy.
Bill Belichick interviewing for the North Carolina football head coaching job. Bill Belichick, do you think he's legitimately interested, and would he be a good fit in the college game right now?
I don't know, man. I don't know what he's thinking. I can't picture him recruiting.
Okay. See, that's why. See, this is where
Truce is back.
Let's get off. This is why me and Jay.
What did you say?
I said the same thing.
I said the opposite. Whatever you say, I'm saying something different.
We need the Gus Johnson call.
Let me go to cigars.
Blood.
No, I mean,
let me go to cigars.
I'm just saying. I think he could do it. I don't know why he would want an NFL job or a college job.
What I said was, this is the picture I painted, Jay. Think about the Affleck commercials.
Yeah.
When you look at Nick Saban next to Dion, you see there's a contrast there. And that contrast of what you saw in those commercials is why it's better for someone like him in this era of coaching than it was for Saban. Not that Saban's not a great coach and he can't do it, and he can't make the shit, but that charisma part, that want to, that Bill Belichick coming down. I said Bill Belichick reminds me of what was I said? I said he reminds me of Archie Bunker.
Archie Bunker. Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't think he has. I think Nick Saban always had like charisma.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
A different type, but low key.
Yeah, I think he had that. You seen him when he was doing the, electric slide and all that up in the, in the, when he was recruiting. I don't see Bill Belichick doing
You got to go and talk to these boosters, and I don't think Bill wants to be. Bill will sit there, and Bill reminds me of your boy Marshawn Lynch. I'm just here to do.
So I don't get fined.
I don't get fined.
Yeah, I don't think. I don't think it would work out that well, but I could be wrong.
Let's pause 10 quick seconds for station identification here on 93.7 The Ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
The other thing we were talking about when it came to this, Jay, was that you always say that, college football is professional football and the NFL is entertainment, right? Bill Belichick would bring a very professional model to college sports, and it's probably going to be needed, right? Bill Belichick was not afraid to cut someone, right? When he had to, he would drop the axe. That guillotine would swing, right? But would Bill Belichick almost be too professional for college football, too NFL wired, that on the one hand, North Carolina could say, hey, we have Bill Belichick. You get to play for one of the greatest coaches in NFL history. But the recruiting against Bill Belichick, I think, would be just as easy. This guy doesn't know what he's doing. He's not a fit for the college game. You'd love to play for him in the NFL, but he's not the same in college.
I think if Bill here's what I think. I think if Bill Belichick is somehow the head coach, the GM, and then you have a head coach in waiting, I think it can work.
But wasn't that what Mac Brown was supposed to be?
Mac Brown?
At North Carolina.
Yeah, but I'm talking about right now. If Bill Belichick went to North Carolina, I think he could possibly do well in that situation, because the other coaches, the head coach in waiting, coordinators or whatever, and then if he's an assistant head coach, would do everything that he shouldn't even want to do. That's entertaining boosters, guys showing up in your office, shaking hands, kissing babies. Coaching football is what he wants to do best. So it allows him to kind of do what he does best. And then organization-wise, and maybe teaching a GM in waiting, head coach in waiting, how to run a professional team, because that's what the colleges have to do. He'd be excellent in the salary cap. He'd be probably somewhat excellent in like evaluating, okay, well, this year we need to allocate this % of our salary cap to linemen, receivers, and all that, and being able to trim the fat and maybe having an eye for talent. I think he could probably fit his team based on, I think he could say, look, I want that player for this defense, and this is our model. I think he could trim the fat on a lot of misses and evaluations. I think he could probably accelerate your boom or bust. You know what I mean? Meaning that you could get more bang for your buck, where he might have an eye on a talent and be able to go do it. The thing that I would worry about him if he just came in cold turkey is, the travel and all that. But maybe it's something that he wants to do. I don't know why he would want to interview for it. And sometimes these colleges interview guys just to kind of pick their brain a little bit, maybe set something up for the future. I would just, for Bill Belichick, how many wins is he away from beating Don Shula? Like about
13, I think.
Yeah,
like that.
So I would figure that would, would be something that he should want to, achieve if that's his goal. And I think also part of him wants to prove that he can win without Tom Brady, because Tom Brady has shown that, and it's not the driver, but I think that the way he left New England, obviously it definitely soured. Obviously, Robert Kraft told you. When Robert Kraft calls another owner, is like, stay away from this guy, it's personal. But I think Bill Belichick also has showed another side of him by being on the Manning cast, doing stuff with McAfee. He's on Showtime, I think.
Yeah.
I think like with those guys. So he's kind of rebranded himself. So I think there's an option for him in college.
Do you think he'd be able to turn up for boosters?
I think
one night a week, because they're going to want to see him, right? He's not going to be able to escape.
I think if he is able to do it his way, I think he could be magnificent. But if it's Monday with boosters, Wednesday with boosters, Saturday after the game, oh, I forgot this booster's flying in. Can he come over here? I think that would be a short tenure. But I think in the right situation that he can get it to where he's most effective and they can get something out of it, and then also potentially leave you in a better spot. I would never say that you couldn't, because just like they said that I viewed Nick Saban when he went to the pros, I think he was actually better than what his record showed. And I think if he would have stayed, Miami would have been really dangerous. So I think that coaching is coaching, and just being able to deal with the different power structures is probably the hardest.
Have to make sure his girlfriend's not around the facility, though. That'd be dangerous.
Why?
Because she's 24 years old.
Oh, she's 24. I thought she was 28.
Either way, that's in these guys' wheelhouse.
Yeah, well, that's the fastest. Listen, that's the fastest way for a player, his key card not to work. You mess with the head coach's girlfriend or whatever.
She's 24.
Really?
She's 24.
What is Belichick, like 81?
72.
Well,
he's three times her age.
He can recruit.
Hey,
literally 3 times that he can recruit.
That means he can go get it. Oh, sorry, pause.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see it. I don't see it happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like why wouldn't he just go be an advisor or something? Why head coach?
Why Ellie hit me with the face palm?
I could see him being like like a GM like consultant,
Yeah.
just going
That part.
places and just spending 3 months and getting them together.
Yeah. Get right, get
yeah.
out.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, he
Get
could
him on
ju-
that
he
get
could-
right.
He could just travel around, and do that.
Yeah.
In 2 or 3 days.
Stricky, get you on that get right, okay? We'll be back here in 2 hours for W.
Nice, you have 2 hours. We'll see y'all then.
Sounds good. He's Strick.
You doing
I'm
too much.
Austin. Ellie's been on the board. We
You're
got
doing
old
too
school.
much.
Oh, wait, Stricky's sticking
Le
around
bum.
for Thirsty Thursday. I'm not getting rid of him yet. He's
Le
sticking
bum.
around for Thirsty Thursday. Then it's
Jay's
old
got
school.
to do it now, man. He's
Yeah.
ran me out of here.
Brutal. Thirsty Thursday, old school coming up next. Thanks to Nebco for On the Block.
The Rabbit Hole Bakery, located at 8th and Q in the Haymarket, is the ideal place for fresh breakfast items or desserts made daily. Cream puffs, cinnamon rolls, carrot cake, sweet potato, pecan cookies, brownies, blondies. Do I need